Hey guys, welcome. Welcome aboard, welcome back, welcome home. However that fits and sits with you is absolutely perfect with me. Today I want to talk about the full moon in Aquarius that's happening on August the 11th, 2022, 8:36 p.m. Central Time, so wherever that works for you. So let's talk a little bit about Aquarius, first of all. So Aquarius is, it's unique energy, right? It is very sincere. It's all about reason and revolution, as a matter of fact. It can be very quirky. It can be very idealistic. It is always genius level energy. It is humanitarian, right? Aquarius is concerned for the collective. So the axis, the opposition sign is Leo. So this is about me. And then Aquarius is always about we, right? It's about how I put my most evolved self into action. Thank you. For the collective, for the highest and best. So there is a little bit of fanaticism and zeal that's generally involved in Aquarius energy, and that's really kind of okay, right? Sometimes you gotta really believe in a thing in order to to put your money behind it, your action behind it, your currency, your energy behind it. It is very individualist. It's clever. It is. It's brilliant. It's aha. It's eureka, right? It's where innovation and discovery happen. It's also very eccentric. So it's that eccentric professor, right? That's the embodiment of Aquarius energy that we have been acquainted with in modern life. So here's what I want to talk about. Okay, so there's a lot, right? This full moon happens conjunct Saturn in retrograde in Aquarius, right? So that's about you and your habits, your boundaries, your time, what you are doing, right? How you are getting shit done, your maturity, your sobriety, your willingness to do the work, your restraint, your willingness to accept the terms of delayed gratification, right? Your systems of function. In Aquarius, this is invited to vision, right? It's calling in new systems. Have you done those things, right? It is almost your duty and responsibility to do those things. And what do those words mean to you, right? What is duty? What is responsibility? Where is the core essence of those things? What do you have duty to? What do you have responsibility to? Does it mean what you thought it meant, right? Again, in Aquarius, right, we're talking about Saturn in Aquarius here. Retrograde, anything that you have left undone, right? Anything that you have left unsaid, any ends that you've left hanging, right? We always talk here about how Saturn, the only tools that Saturn can use against you are the ones that you left lying about in the yard, right? So, are you willing to relinquish control to your intuition? Great question, right? Are you willing to risk the fears of the unknown? Right? And that is self-reflexive, right? Your own unknown as well. Sometimes it feels risky, but the only way to step beyond a boundary is faith. Right? And that is a function of Aquarius. At the full moon, right, this is asking you to trust your intuitive senses. And let's keep in mind that at the time of this full moon, Venus is at 0 Leo, right? Her recent opposition to Pluto have allowed some key answers to arrive in your life. Have you put those feelings of home and what it means to you in action, right? This is a self-reflexive energy. You are the answer every time, every question. The answer is you. So if we look at the recent Mars-Uranus North Node conjunction as a place of expansion, of blowing things apart, right? Mars is the outward push of energy. Uranus is shift and change, right? The ruler of Aquarius, by the way. Saturn was the ruler of Aquarius before Uranus was discovered. So anyway, the North Node is all about destiny and where you're going, the trajectory of your path. So if that Mars-Uranus North Node conjunction on the 1st of August was the blow-apart point, this is where we begin to contract back, right? Again, self-reflexive energy. That is always indicative at the full moon, right? We are in stock of everything. In this brilliant light, we are taking assessments. We are checking our progress. We are witnessing our trajectory, right? As ourself within the collective. Are we moving appropriately in order to bring us closer to our heart's desires, right? And what is the Leo and Aquarius axis about? It's about highest and best, right? It's about creating our heart's desires. That's really what this axis is about. It's just about how are we doing it for myself? How am I doing it for the collective, right? So the question, what have I created as my experience? And how do I fit inside it? Or do I fit inside it? Does it fit me? Is it in alignment with that plan, those desires, right? What I want to be my experience, right? And this T-square to Uranus that happens at this full moon, because we're looking at a fixed grand cross, right? The sun is in Leo. The moon and Saturn are in Aquarius. The south node, right, what we brought in, what we have at our disposal to create with innately, is in Scorpio. And the north node, Uranus and Mars, are all in Taurus. So this is a fixed grand cross. What have you brought to the table, right? What have you brought? And are you going to eat it? Or are you going to shift it and change it? You have the option. You have the power to shift or change whatever it is that is in your experience. This fixed grand cross is stubborn energy, right? It's about where are you going to dig in? Where are you going to be inflexible, right? But this energy is also capable of absolutely selfless reach, right? It's capable of such stamina, such endurance, such stability, such security, such power, such solid and stable foundations. And we talked about that in the weekly What's Up. So maybe give that a listen, right? Maybe give that a listen. Right, stable foundations. And the thing is that you're choosing where you're putting your feet, and you're choosing what you're building, right? This ground is yours and you, both at the same time. So are you going to hold on to those old patterns just because? Or are you going to allow for a little discomfort, a little infusion of the unknown in the name of greatness, right? Fixed sign is all about desires and letting your desires lead the way. Think about this energy, Leo, right? Taurus, right? Scorpio, right? Aquarius, right? These are all deeply aware of your own heart's desires. These energies are constantly self-reflexive, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it. We are in a cycle where we are supposed to be mindful of our own self-creation, right? We are witnessing how we are getting shit done or not. And the key is, at this place of full moon, You can't lie to yourself. It's right out there. You can see everything. It's on the table, right? The key is about the solutions, right? Saturn and Uranus, that square that we've been witnessing since 2021, and we're kind of witnessing again through this full moon, right? It's coming back. It's coming back to ask us, are you on the right track? Are you doing the right things? And by right, we simply mean aligned, right? There's no more capacity to lie to yourself. And with this T-square to Uranus, you are only as valuable, right? And by valuable, we simply mean reevaluating our values. You are only as valuable as your resistance to change, because nothing stays the same. See, that makes me laugh. Nothing stays the same. Everything is shift and change. We are always in flux and in flow. And so we are only as valuable as our resistance to change, right? This is what this Aquarius full moon is asking us, to be moon blind, to be intuitive, right? To ask how you are going to shift and change your relationship to how you have veiled yourself in the past, and how are you going to lead with what is hidden, right? How are you going to lead with those things that you have consciously chosen to hide, that subconsciously said, no, no? Because we either lead with our conscious mind, or we have to make the unconscious conscious, right? I think, wasn't it Jung that said that? Until you make the conscious and the unconscious conscious, it will I can't remember the quote, but there's something about that. Anyway, this is about being asked to intuitively connect with what you have been not dealing with, and deal with it, right? Lead with that which has been hidden, right? We've got Mars trining Pluto, sextiling Neptune, right? Asking you to dig more in those depths, to reevaluate your values, right? And as that moon is also sextile to Chiron, right? This is about inner healing and your personal commitment to your own growth. Whether that is inner or outer, it does not matter. It is about allowing yourself to be seen and heard and witnessed, because that is what is authentic. That is where you find your own gold, right? In your authenticity. Mind your gifts as your gifts, right? The South Node is very strong in this Grand Cross. Mind your gifts as your gifts. You know them as their service, right? And they have to be free to be seen. You cannot hide them. There is no more hiding. You have to get right with your plan, with your game, with your vision, with your system, with your structure, with your function, right? This is about how you intuitively create and recognize your own plan, and then put it into action, right? Put it into action. This full moon conjunct Saturn, it's about what you do, your habits, your boundaries, your willingness to do the work, your restraint, your willingness to embrace the concept of delayed gratification in a culture that glorifies the now, right now. Think about that for a minute. Think about that for a minute. Think about that for a minute. Creation happens in the now for the when, right? Good question. Anyway, let's talk. We got the Knight of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, this is about stamina. Dude, this is fixed Grand Cross energy right here. Whatever it is, we're going to get it done. We're going to do it. whatever the plan is. Six of Pentacles, this is about being in reception and giving. Reception and giving. Reception and giving. This is about understanding that you are fully resourced on all levels, and that whatever you have because you know you can give it away. And whatever you can give away because you know you have it, right? So this is about committing to allowing your gifts to be witnessed authentically, and understanding that in that being witnessed, right, that's scary. That's a scary thing to be witnessed in your fullness. But make that part of your structure. Make it part of your game plan. Make it the foundation upon which your security rests. And there's nothing else to worry about. Ace of Wands, lovers. Look, so this is some hot energy right here. So the Ace of Wands, right? Aces, as we know, are things that the universe gives you. Here you go. And you then are called to take it gratefully and put it into action, right? Ace of Wands, this is motivation, right? This is what gets you juiced. This is what gets you jazzed. This is the reason why you get out of bed in the morning. This is what sets you on fire. This is what puts the juice in your life, right? This is where you say, yes, I'm in it. I'm in it, right? And then the lovers, right? This is about divine blessings. This is about, it can be about choices, right? It can be about making those choices to put things into action. It can be about choosing to follow your passion, right? This is about the divine inviting you in to be in union. And with that South Node in Scorpio, this is about how are you in union with your gifts, your talents, what sets you on fire? How can you then pass the flame on to the greater, to the collective, right? It's beautiful to know what's in your own heart, right? 0 degree Leo Venus. Opposed Pluto, right? From the depths, I am lit up. I am on fire. How can I light the world with my fire? How can I be in service to the world with my fire? How can I trust that my deepest, darkest secrets, right, will be witnessed beautifully and put into action to serve the highest and best? Well, again, this is about faith. This is about trusting the pattern. This is about trusting the future. This is about trusting your own creation, right? You can't always know what is around the corner of the unknown. All you can do is choose to trust it, especially when it feels risky. That's the only way we grow. That's the only way we step beyond, right? That seed doesn't know what's outside of its little seed pod until it pops out. We have the 3 of Pentacles. We have the 6 of Cups. So this is collaboration. This is creation through trust, through communion, community, right? So this is brilliant as a pairing with that Aquarius energy. 6 of Cups, we always talk about the 6 of Cups here as being that unconditional love, that beautiful heart chakra anahata energy, right, where we love as though we are unstruck. We have never been hurt, right? My heart is wide open. This is brilliant to witness that Leo Sun energy. Leo Sun, of course, being childlike, right? Leo Sun being very capable of warm, magnanimous, deep, unconditional love. And when does Leo pull back? When it gets hurt. When does Leo pull back? When its pride is wounded. That's the key, not pulling back to give more, right? To give more at that place. To give more because you know that you have plenty. You don't have to worry about running out of resources or ever being too wounded, right? If you're giving authentically in alignment with your mission, your purpose, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because there's always going to be somebody to appreciate it. If one person doesn't, they're not your person. They're not your people, right? They're not your person. They're not your people. you'll find them. They'll find you. When you resonate authentically and you're doing exactly what you're here to do, right? Your work is your work. When your vision is your vision, when your habits are your habits, when your time is your time, the right people will be magnetized to you. Magnetized. You will not, I mean, your acceptance is assured when you're doing what you're here to do. End of story, right? And then you have all the power in the world because you know that you're in alignment. It's brilliant. So, all right, we've got the King of Cups and Death. This is interesting. We have a lot of echoes, by the way, from the weekly What's Up, which really interest me. I like it when that happens. So King of Cups, this is all about mastering your emotional energy, right? This is all about mastering your emotional behavior. This is a guy who's done the work, right? He understands he can feel his feelings but not be run by them. I can feel a feeling and then explore it and say, oh, I understand where that might be misleading me, right? Oh, I understand that, I mean, whatever. We all know what it means to do the work. Again, we talk about this as, I have created my experience. How do I fit inside it? Does it fit me? Is this emotion in service to me? Or do I need to do something to deal with it? It is, in fact, your responsibility to explore the things that you have left undone, right? It is, in fact, your responsibility to explore the places where you have left things hanging out, right? We talk about this full moon conjunct Saturn as the time to invest exploration in your habits, to assess, right, those places where you are not doing the work, and to really, really relinquish control to your intuitive feeling self at the risk of the unknown. So the Death card, of course, is all about transformation. This is all about shifting from one mode of being to another. It's all about shifting from one state to another. It's all about shifting from one expression to the next, right? How are you willing to allow your own inner healing to become your personal commitment to your own growth, your own inner and outer selves, right? To your own willingness, again, to be seen, to be heard, to be witnessed authentically, right? That is your gold. Your heart is always your gold, and the heart is at the key of this axis, right? Whether it's Leo, whether it's Aquarius, it's all about your heart. It's just all about your heart. Justice, the Emperor. Wow, this is that Saturn influence right here. So this is about balance, of course, harmony, fairness, equity, right? And so look, we have 2 sixes here. Sixes are about equity. They're about balance. They're about give and take. They're about equal reception and giving, right? It's about where you stand in relation to both of those things. So the Justice card is the major, right, of this 6 of Pentacles. But both of those are about being in flow, being in the give and take. The Emperor, this guy is about structure. He's about function. He's about game. He's about vision. He's about the system, right? So how are you in balance in your own vision, right? Where are you in alignment with your give and take? Where are you in alignment with your highest and your 3D, right? We've got a 0 degree Leo Venus recently opposed to Pluto, right? This is about the depth of inner and outer. This is about your inner experience and your 3D experience, how you create those things, right? Are you in balance? Are you in balance? Are you really feeling, are you feeling what you're doing, or are you just going through the motions, right? We're reevaluating our values in the light of a full moon. That's asking us to be almost moon blind, right? We are reflected. What do we see? Only focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. Focus on the avatar, right? That is you. We've got the moon right here. What are you seeing? And how does it appear? How does it make you feel when you witness what it is that you're witnessing? How does it sit with you? How does it fit with you? Do you fit inside it? And again, remembering that you are only as valuable as your resistance to the change, right? It doesn't matter how slow you go, right? We're not asking you to run. We're just asking you to make decisions and stick to them. Make decisions and stick to them. Make decisions and stick to them, right? It's about what you do every day. This full moon conjunct Saturn asks you, how can you create habits that will get you where you need to go? Every single day, every single day, every single day. No matter what part of you have to give up, understand. The big vision is what matters, right? The big vision, the divine vision. Yeah. All right. I love this. I love that we get Earth. Even though this is an airy full moon, right? Aquarius is an air sign. This is about the energy of putting down your foundation, right? It's asking you, the ideas will not shift and change anything. Only creation will shift and change anything. Only putting down those bricks as your foundation will allow you to step into the next level of what you want to do. Yeah. To the cold and north is the element of earth, governing midnight, winter, the color green, and the planets Venus and Saturn, the zodiac signs Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. Earth's tool is the pentacle. Sure is. Used for its ability to balance the other elements. We see a lot of balance in here, don't we? A lot of invitation to balance, a lot of invitation to creation, right? Earth is the grounding element that helps to balance the other surrounding elements. It provides stability, grounding, intellect, clear-headedness, and logical thinking. Earth is the provider element, reminding us that while dreams are possible and achievable, we must also be able to function logically and in this physical realm, right? If Aquarius is the collective, we have to be able to create new structural ideas within that collective, right? For the collective. Otherwise, all we're doing is talking. Earth is the element that acts as a physical tether for us to help keep our feet on the ground. When it appears in your cards, trust that the situation you are inquiring about is being approached from a place of groundedness. Trust in the stabilizing energies of the earth element, and you will succeed. Now, the fact of the matter is, I do believe that all shift and change begins ideologically. Ideas, right? Air elements. Aquarius full moon. This is an air full moon. But Saturn sits there, squaring the North Node, Mars, and Uranus, right? This is about groundedness. This is about authenticity. This is about being lit up in that brilliant reflection of the sun, being invited to create new structure. Structure doesn't have to be a nasty word, right? Structure of your own creation is beautiful and brilliant structure. It's just about your habits. It's about what you're willing to do. It's about your own personal restraint, your own personal code of ethics and honor and value. And if you don't have those things, if you do not live in integrity with your own values, what are you doing, right? Leo sun, who are you? Who are you? You can no longer hide who you are. And who you are creates everything in your experience. The middle world. We had this not long ago. I like that it's back. It's such a beautiful card. Let's talk about it. The middle world is the realm of day-to-day reality and the playground of the living. Well, okay then. It is the present moment where everything is happening, yet the middle world is created by the future, not only the past. And it is a mirror of the invisible realms, right? When things are right in the middle world, heaven and earth support everything. When they are not right, heaven and earth must be brought into order as well. Let's read that again. When they are not right, heaven and earth must be brought into order as well. Since heaven and earth are the creations of your mind and experience, right? They are the conglomerate sum total of what you bring to the table and what you wish to bring to the table. Ask yourself, have I evaluated my values appropriately? What am I bringing to the table, right? Do I want to sit down and eat that? Or do I not want to sit down and eat that? This is about heart's desires. Do you love what's on the table? If you don't, it's your job to shift and change that. The middle world shows up when conditions are favorable to your undertaking. Do not hesitate. Move forward as heaven and earth are smiling upon you. Well, no kidding. The time is right, so be expedient, but mindful of not being reckless. The world is your playground, and what would require great effort at any other time can be accomplished right now with ease. Absolutely it can. Do not try to correct in the earth what needs to be corrected in the heavens. Do not try to correct in the earth what needs to be corrected in the heavens. Yeah, this means don't think that your 3D can fix your spirit. It can't. The resources to support the change or endeavor you are considering are not readily available yet, so it's important to ask for help from the invisible realms. You've got it. From the helpers in the upper world. Yeah. So here's the deal. This is about getting right with what you require, right? Finding your authenticity, buckling up and knowing that once you get on board, those shifts and changes will be easy, right? Because your heart's desires are leading the way. These big fixed energies, they're so beautiful, right? They're so all about endurance and stamina. They're so all about once we have created, we can hold the line. But sometimes you have to make those adjustments and redefine the line. This asks you to redefine the line in alignment with your own heart, with your own soul, right? With with what you know to be authentic and golden and sustainable, creating yourself as your own values, right? Beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. It's a pretty big full moon, right? They all are, but this one comes after a whole bunch of turbulence, right? And it's all about what you do, right? As it's conjunct Saturn. This is all about how you undergo creation of your day-to-day structures, with no more tolerance for bullshit, right? No more tolerance for bullshit. So as you begin to become more self-reflexive in creation of your highest and best self, what have you created? How do you fit? Or does it fit you? And if not, having the courage, right? Leo Sun, 0 degree Leo Venus, all that big Taurus energy, all of your beautiful Scorpio gifts in that South Node. You have all the capacity to shift and change it to be in alignment with exactly what you choose it to be, as long as you choose it, right? Choose wisely, guys. Big, big blessings. This is a great full moon. I wish you nothing but beauty and your own personal gold. Yeah, take care.